Denver 7's Colette Bordelon is breaking down the representative's claims and why attorneys say it's a part of a pervasive problem that Lyft knows about.
The idea of saying out loud what happened to me made me sick to my stomach.
A public figure.
I never thought that I would be standing in a space filled with cameras and press being vulnerable.
Sharing something personal.
But I'm one of the thousands of people who have been sexually assaulted by a Lyft driver.
State Representative Jenny Willford, a survivor, is telling her story from last February for the first time.
I don't know how to put into words how excruciating it was to be so close to home, so close to my husband and our 2 kids, and so close to safety while being assaulted in view of my house.
She filed this lawsuit, which claims Lyft is aware of a systemic problem of sexual assault on passengers.
I reported the sexual assault to Lyft, who promised to never match me with the driver again and returned my money.
An $85 refund and a year of pain.
I couldn't get out of bed, let alone leave my house.
The lawsuit alleges the driver who picked her up was not the person the app said it was, and instead was a different person using the account, something Willford's lawyers call account renting, which violates Lyft's policies, but attorneys say it happens anyway.
And now we have a stream of people with access to the Lyft accounts who has not passed a background check and is not a qualified driver in the state of Colorado using the app.
Willford reported what happened to police who asked for the clothing she was wearing for a DNA test.
I have been waiting for DNA test results for almost a year. A year of walking through a never-ending nightmare. A year of waiting for answers.
She says her case is caught up in a backlog of cases at the Colorado Bureau of Investigation.
This is egregious and it's unacceptable.
Right now, the time it takes to test a DNA rape kit in Colorado stands at more than 500 days because the agency invested half of their lab time last year into reviewing cases related to one scientist who has since retired. CBI would like to see that turnaround for a DNA rape kit take 90 days.
I don't wish my experience on anyone.
While Willford waits.
Sexual assault is insidious.
Her personal story.
What happened to me never should have happened, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else.
Is one for the public to face. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
We reached out to Lyft, which tells us they take reports of sexual assault very seriously and that impersonating a driver can and does lead to a permanent ban from the platform. We hear from you often about concerns over rideshare drivers and passenger safety because these services are crucial for transportation. So we did some digging and found there are no federal requirements to collect comprehensive assault data from companies, leading to inconsistent reporting. Lyft published their first and only safety report in 2021, covering 2017 to 2019. It revealed more than 4,100 reports of sexual assault. In Uber's most recent report for 2021 to 2022, they documented 2,700 sexual assault incidents, mainly involving riders. Important for context, this means less than 1% of rideshare rides result in sexual assault and abuse reported to Uber or Lyft, but this still means thousands of riders suffer harm each year.
Another similar case we're closely following involves a man convicted for kidnapping and sexually assaulting women in Denver while posing as a rideshare driver. John Pastor Mendoza was convicted last October on 30 charges involving at least 12 victims between 2018 and 2022. He's set for sentencing in March. We've covered details of his case extensively and spoke to several of the women who survived him and helped convict him. Here's what one had to say.
Was in a state of denial. My roommate urged me to go to the hospital and get a rape kit. And I didn't want to do it at first because there's a stigma behind it. Anyone who has experienced this, who has been sexually assaulted, who has been abused in the past, give yourself grace. It is never, never your fault, ever.
Also brave to speak out. DPD believes that there could be more victims. They encourage anyone who was assaulted to contact them and file a report.
There is help available for victims. If you've been sexually assaulted and live in Colorado, you can call Colorado Crisis Services at 1-844 493-8255 or text TALK to 38255 for free and confidential crisis counseling 24/7.